Hey guys, you want to see a movie that features terrorists, hostages, and the 1980s?
Okay,
if
Hogan.
you do, then Delta Force is for you.
Delta Force. Wait, what'd you call me?
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, no, that's when
I have in my mind one of the movies where he like throws some guy over a bar and like one of the like women like smiles at him and he goes like that. It just like flashed into my mind.
No, the one guy, what's his name? The black guy in this movie.
Oh,
I always forget his name too. Yeah.
he was in
Avenging Force.
Yes.
And
Yes. The other one that we did recently.
American Ninja.
Yes.
I like him.
But yeah, after his partner blasts a bunch of guys, he's like, it was pretty awesome.
That's pretty good. I probably remember. So.
Delta Force from 1986 is the movie that we watched for this episode of Loose Cannon. My name is Brian Lee. To my left is
Brian.
To my right.
Chris
And I'm still Brian Lee. The music in this movie,
Yes. You mean the song in this movie?
yes, is fantastic.
Yes.
Alan Silvestri, once again, who it blows my mind that you can do Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, and then you've also done Delta Force. It just makes me great.
all great movies.
Bran,
Oh,
do you recommend Delta Force?
I do. I enjoy Delta Force very much.
Thank you, Vicky.
All right, now, was anybody at the store suspicious of Vicky? I mean, was there any problem?
No problem. I broke the door down.
Brian, while you're taking a sip of coffee, do you recommend Delta
Say it
Force?
now, do it.
Yes, 100%. I've seen this before.
Yeah. Have you seen this before, Brian?
Parts of it seem familiar, but I think it's more I've seen probably like clips of it
On TBS
Yeah.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Same here. I feel like I've seen parts, but I've never seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
And yes, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when our buddy Mikey was getting a DVD player, a Laserdisc player,
Which makes more sense.
I told him he needed to get this movie.
Yes.
I had a
He
laser.
did.
Good.
I had a Laserdisc player. It was a 6-thing DVD CD player, but you could put a big Laserdisc in the middle of it. Yeah. I'm super proud of myself.
You should be.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is actually.
For viewers who have not seen Delta Force, shame on you. The plot summary is after a plane is hijacked by terrorists, the Delta Force is sent in to resolve the crisis. And also a little bit of trivia. It's actually based on the real life hijacking of TWA Flight 847 on June 14th, 1985.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was crazy. I don't remember that.
God, I fucking love this movie.
It was great. The beginning was awesome because that one guy was stuck. Now, was the guy that was stuck, was that Pete in the beginning? Remember everyone's leaving that was blown up and like Chuck was in there?
Yes, I think it was.
How come it's only Pete?
Why is he so unlucky?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that really the same guy?
I think so.
Maybe. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
If it is-
What's white people, you know?
Right. Now I have to admit, I mean, Chuck Norris definitely doesn't have the best acting chops, like in certain aspects.
No.
So, like, first example, he's retired, and but then he's at home.
Shortest retirement ever.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So like he's like watching TV and like he's like flipping the channels like so he can avoid like hearing about like the terrorist situation. And then the next scene is just like he's like eating, I think it's eggs.
Eggs.
I think,
Yes,
yeah.
I wrote it down. I'm like, who eats a ton of eggs at 2:50 a.m.?
I would. Was it 2:50
Yes.
a.m.?
Because it's at the time at the bottom. Oh man.
But yeah, so he's just eating his eggs and he just throws down the
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Chuck's pissed.
All right, so that airport scene though. Before that,
Oh, when the terrorists are trying to get on the plane?
yes,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely. So this
Yeah.
whole movie, definitely pre 9/11.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause there's this like guy of Middle Eastern descent sweating profusely.
yes.
Dude,
Yes.
a lot of people
all
are
of them.
sweating in
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah, and a lot of the Middle Eastern ones were like sweating because they're I'm gonna get caught,
Yes.
like that kind of thing. Okay, go
Filming
ahead.
in the airplane was not pleasant for the actors and actresses as temperatures. Oh, so this was filmed in Israel. temperatures in Israel reached over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Can you imagine like how hot it was in that fucking plane?
Oh,
and that's
how stinky.
And
had to go there.
Everyone's sweating. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I like that's like my sweat, and then all of a sudden gross. Like, oh, it's gotta be disgusting in there.
did airplanes have air conditioning back then?
I think they must
bet you
have.
it's
They
fans
must
or
have.
whatever.
The
Probably the same as it is
circulating.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the AC in fans is not good.
yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
let's move around this circulated air that we got
Right,
fucking this
yeah.
fucking butt tube.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's fucking terrible.
Still blasting on me though.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise,
It
I
feels
die.
nice.
Yeah, no,
Die.
because it's so hot in planes all the time.
Yeah. Just stagnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just stagnant. Yeah,
That's what I just said.
I was agreeing. I said, yeah, it is stagnant. I was agreeing.
when they're loading up, all the Delta Force to, go save these people.
Yes.
I like how Chuck Norris. Okay, is that a Bronco or was that a truck just with a cab?
There's a Chevy Blazer,
Okay,
which
that
is still awesome.
and he shows up all in denim, just
Yes.
everything denim.
Yes.
I'm like, which is like that's like the Chuck Norris outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just all denim.
Clothed wallet, denim wallet,
Yeah, denim toothbrush.
denim water bottle.
That's
fine.
Soupy.
Denim comb.
What I didn't get, and it's throughout the entire movie, is that like the Delta Force guys, they're like this military group, so they're always like, "Oh, we gotta go, we gotta get in the
Yeah.
chopper, get in the plane, we
Yeah.
gotta go." And then like so everyone rushes onto the plane, and they're like, "Wait, where's Chuck Norris?" And they're like, "Oh, we'll wait."
Yeah, right, yeah.
That happens
Okay.
like in the
5
beginning and in
minutes.
the end.
Yeah,
Right.
Like
yeah.
down the plane. All right, we'll wait.
So I was like, during that beginning part of all that, I'm like, oh, I wonder what it takes to really get into Delta Force.
Do not hit the wood with your giant asses.
What they have to go through is unbelievable just to be part of Delta Force.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Say that again. It's going to be hell, instructor.
No. Hell is a fictional place.
There was one really weird part where they're flying on the plane and they're all kind of just like all crammed in there
Yeah.
like sardines. And Steve James, the black guy, I don't know, but he's talking and he's just like, and then he just goes right to sleep.
Yes.
Like he's like narcolepsy.
Yeah. Because the guy's like, he's like, oh, night. He's like, uh-huh.
Yeah. That's, I don't know why that was.
Yeah.
Well, that and in that scene, there's also like multiple guys who are like have their heads together sleeping. I was like,
Right, yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Delta Force.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I like the main pilot. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he's
kinda
kind
like
of
a
no
hard-
nonsense.
Right.
He's like, this is my plane. Yeah, it was.
Except
them.
for one part though. Where
Yeah.
they're letting the women and children off.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote it down.
So was he being facetious
Yes,
or
it was so monotone.
Thank God the women are safe.
I think it's supposed to be sincere, but yeah, it didn't
It
come
did
off
not.
that way.
It did not. No, not at all.
and it's go ahead, sorry.
I was like, they really like made sure you knew who the Jewish people were
right.
and who like they did you guys get the undertone of like all that?
Well, for that one couple where she had the
Well, the two couples.
Yeah, it was the two couples,
Right.
right? Yeah. Good. Well, they brought up like even the steward. It's like, I'm German. You can't make me pick who the Jewish people are.
that I will say though
That
that,
was
that did tug at the heartstrings a
It
little
did,
bit.
yeah, it did.
Yes.
It really did.
It should have,
Right.
But the Middle Eastern guy was like, "Whoa, I don't understand the relationship
right,
between
yeah,
Jews and Germans."
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Holocaust was like a worldwide
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Most people
and then
know
they,
about
they,
that.
Like the guy that like had his hand out, and you saw the tattoo
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
like
yeah.
all that really, but they like made sure you really knew.
Right, they really hit it
They
home.
really hit it home. Yeah. So I mean, you could like, sometimes less is more.
You're
Yes.
right.
You know, but again, it's an 80s over the top.
Yeah.
So
And actually, we should mention this movie is over 2 hours long.
yes.
I feel like it shouldn't. I think they could have trimmed it up a little bit.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. There's a lot of terrorist stuff that didn't really need to be.
yes,
Right. Like the beginning plane scene with all that stuff they were doing. Like you didn't have to add all the
Right.
like the women sit on the like on the outside,
Oh,
men inside,
yeah.
all the different steps they made them do.
Right.
Maybe like give them one or two things to do and cut 10 minutes off here. You know,
Right.
it
Yeah.
just didn't. That didn't need to be in there.
In that scene where they release the women and children first. So it's after that point where Ingrid, the German flight attendant, she's like, oh, there's like 12 more terrorists on there now.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
I like that scene.
And Lee Marvin with his illustrious, his crazy fucking eyebrows.
Yeah.
And he's just like, we gotta stop it.
And his voice is just,
dude.
it's like, who it is when he talks.
He's just gargling milk.
Yes.
And just like,
Yes.
I was a little sad when reading the trivia because do you know who was supposed to play the Lee Marvin role?
Huh.
Charles Bronson.
What?
Charles Bronson and Chuck Norris in the same movie.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking awesome.
I'm not upset, Lee Marvin,
No.
isn't it? Because he's a good hard ass Colonel type.
And he kind of fits the
he does
spot a little bit better.
But man,
Charles Bronson.
Fuck, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, definitely missed out.
But when the Colonel goes to like warn him, his driver is like the sleepiest driver.
Yeah.
He's just like steering with his arms on the wheel like this. It's like, oh, get out of there. But then as the plane is like starting to fly away, they have like the one Navy guy there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who they've been beating the shit out of.
Yes.
So he's like, fuck you. And they shoot him. Clearly a dummy that falls out. And then right after that happens, the other guy's like, he's like, peace out.
Yeah. And they all run up and see him on the ground.
Yeah.
And I liked how the terrorist headquarters, like they have the trucks with guns, like there's so much like terrorist stuff going on.
Right.
And then right across the street is like a Christian church. And there's like procession happening and like, oh no, it's fine. It's been there forever.
I feel like that's another, like the whole Greek priest guy. I feel like they could have they could have done away with that.
Or maybe make it that one scene, like at the where he gets caught, to like show that he was like show maybe like just the church and him a bit, like that funeral procession.
Yeah,
right.
Just a little bit of that.
Yeah, because I suppose they need to somehow show how the Delta Force is getting their info.
Yes.
Like about the terrorists and where they are.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, they probably could have got away with like a scene.
Yeah.
And like called it.
And how did I might have missed it, but how did the terrorists know the Americans were coming at the end? Remember the guy's like, move the hostages, the Americans are coming. And it was still another like 10 minutes before any fighting even happened.
No, I thought it was once they started fucking up shit.
Yeah, I thought it was once the Delta Force got to like the first location.
Was it then? Okay. Yeah, maybe. It seemed like it was nothing was happening. All of a sudden they move the hostages.
Or are you talking about when they catch the priest using the radio or something? I forget.
No, it was after that. Definitely after that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which that was such a great setup the priest had, in there. But all of a sudden he's like, singing Hebrew, super loud.
Right.
Like you have all this setup, and then you give yourself away doing that. Like
it's actually shortly after he gets caught. It's like an hour 14 in, and he like runs outside. He's like, go, go. And the guy drives like, what do we do now?
Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah, and his English was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was like, go.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, did he fall or was he pushed?
Pushed.
Was he pushed? It seemed like he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like kind of like on accident almost though. It wasn't like he was. Yeah, like I don't know. Well, maybe we wanted to keep him like, oh, I'm gonna get some information out of you.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares? He's dead now. Oh, he is. A lot of fruit got destroyed after that.
Yes.
Fruit? Yeah. Oh, did the
When
chase?
when they're all chasing Chuck Norris and the other guy in the like van.
Yeah.
Right.
They just like drive through a whole bunch of fruit stands in the streets, apparently.
Yep. No, it's probably a little bit later. It's when they're starting to go attack the places. They get on the beach, and all of a sudden there's just Jeeps and a truck and bikes for them to ride. Like, where do they come from?
It was on the big tanker, I think.
It wasn't very big. For all, like, they had like 4 Jeeps.
I'm surprised by the amount of motorcycles they have.
Well,
That
that's
doesn't
the
seem like
thing.
a very
It's like
military issue thing.
all you see is they're in the water,
Right.
getting onto the beach, and then all of a sudden they're in Jeeps. Delta Force, I guess.
Yeah, now you're getting it. So when I was watching this or rewatching this, I'm like, I'm like, man, like I don't remember this like kind of being as good as I remember it. But then once they start storming like the school or whatever it is at an hour 30, it makes up. I mean,
dude, it's like a half an hour
of just awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fucking music is playing.
Yep.
Guns going off everywhere. People are flying off fucking buildings.
Yep.
Like it's
and every time it gets to Chuck Norris and he's fighting somebody,
Yeah.
it's just the best. It's
I noticed I'm pretty sure not a single person aims in this movie.
Oh, no.
Everyone shoots from the hip.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There is so they storm in, shit's blowing up, Chuck Norris, like he breaks in, the one guy's hiding under the bed.
Yes.
And like he lifts the mattress, shoots it, like destroys the guy. He's like,
Sleep tight, sucker.
Oh, yeah. I had that down. Yeah.
The fucking theme song is playing, all that
Yes.
stuff. And like as the theme song playing, there's some guy on a motorcycle shooting a missile. He's like, fuck yeah. It's like just like the ultimate action sequence.
And then they do that where like a close up of Chuck's face, like right after, like
Yes.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
That was so good.
Yeah, at around an hour 40. There's just like a little bit, I wouldn't call it a montage because it's only like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But there's like a couple of shots of just Chuck Norris like riding his motorcycle into the sunset
Yes.
or sunrise.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
So, and actually back in that scene where they're kind of storming, like, the school and all that stuff. So in last episode where we talked about American Ninja 3.
No, Revenge of the Ninja.
Revenge of the
Yeah.
Ninja. So there's a terrible zipline sequence in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
God,
that's
I forgot about
right.
that.
I forgot
Okay,
about
it's
that.
super terrible.
Yeah.
In this one, Chuck Norris, the colonel's like, yeah, get down here.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, oh, do you want me to jump? He's like, I don't care. fucking riding that bitch, just and shooting his fucking Uzi, just destroying
badass.
trees. He's like, how was that? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
God.
Well, and
so
at first I
good.
didn't see that he was like holding on to like a whatever thing. I thought he was just sliding down on his hand. I was like,
Oh,
whoa,
man.
Rope burn.
It's funny. I got denim.
Yeah. Denim hands.
He's got that bamboo ninja skin. Just,
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just him just blowing up shit like on his motorcycle with the missiles.
Yeah.
And then there's the go ahead.
It was in the fight scene at the end when pretty much all the terrorists are gone and it's that one guy
I don't want to get there yet, though.
Okay.
Because there's a scene where Chuck Norris has the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And he just shakes his head and then just destroys
was
this
it
guy.
It was him and the other dude?
No.
launching?
No,
okay,
not that one, not that one.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like the one Navy guy, like they're trying to they're taking the prisoners like in the
Yes.
in those
Yes.
fucking trucks or whatever.
Yeah.
And the two Navy guys like push out the bad guys out the
Yeah.
back, and they're like, it's them, they're us, they're on our side, they're Delta Force.
The guy comes over, he's like, need a hand? Then take the wheel.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, so when it gets to that scene where it's just Chuck Norris and the main bad guy,
Yes.
I mean, just that whole sequence,
I was cheering him on. I'm just like, yeah, you get him, Chuck.
dude.
You did
I
him.
mean, so like, he's like, Chuck Norris is outside because like he hears the bike and he's just like sitting there.
Yeah.
And he looks outside, sees Chuck Norris, runs against his gun. You obviously hear the bike drive away, goes there, and the bike's gone.
Yep.
But then he reappears by driving his bike through the window.
Oh, man.
And punches him in the face.
That was so
fucking
good.
awesome.
And then the guy like goes to like kind of leave, and it looks like Chuck kicks him like on the side of his knee. Like,
Right.
and I'm just like, you are not walking after that.
Right.
And then it cuts to him like running outside to go to the car.
Right.
Oh,
and
man.
then to get to him again, he jumps through it.
Yeah. The noise that they dub in there, they put in there like just like crunch.
Right.
Oh man.
And it's probably like the ultimate fuck you. So the guy's like in his car, like, oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And Chuck Norris like drives his bike, and then he's looking back.
Yeah.
He essentially just farts out a missile.
Pretty much.
And just explodes his car.
Yeah.
Dude, so good.
Yep.
I like. So yeah, they basically like kill everyone, and like the Delta Force like goes on the plane to like save the hostages.
Yeah.
So, but like Lee Marvin goes in the plane, he's waving a gun around,
Yeah.
but he's like,
Good morning.
One of the pilot's like, oh, it's about time.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right. So, like they're trying to take off. He's like, you got enough fuel in this thing for what? You call it Roswell. Yeah. So they can't wait for Chuck Norris,
Right.
because he's always running late.
Yep.
So they're trying to take off, and then Chuck Norris is on his bike, just destroying these two different Jeeps.
Yeah.
Well, before that, though, what's the dude's name? The black dude's name?
I can't. It's
Well, anyways,
Buddy.
it's like they're waiting. They're like trying to take off, but they can't because there's trucks coming at them. But the pilot's like, I don't care, I'm going.
Yeah.
And also, he just yells out,
Colonel, it's the Major.
I was like,
Yes.
that might be my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. And like the music just like
Yes. Oh man, it was so good.
and it's so like they drop down the rope and like he can't reach, so he has to stand on top of the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved it so much.
And then they start hey guys, Budweiser's.
Yes, and they're like singing the anthem.
Is it God Bless America?
Yeah, it was God Bless America.
I will say that juxtaposition of to where
Yes. Yep.
So
I know where you're going.
you know, like everyone's just like cheering, like we're
because
free.
the hostages are getting off the plane, off like the main exit. Yeah,
Right.
and there's like their families are there and they're cheering them and everything.
That got me.
And then in the back exit of the airplane, all the Delta Force, they're carrying out like Pete, the one guy who died.
Yeah, like the Pete part. Like I was like, that was sad.
Right, it
Like,
was. Yeah,
that was a tough part to get through.
Yep.
But no, that was a great call out. Though. It was a great, like you said, juxtaposition of the happiness.
Right.
But then you're seeing what they had to do for these people to be happy. Like,
Right.
Oh man.
And I feel like that the medic, the doctor, all he does is
Yeah, really.
He's like,
Yeah.
Not a very good medic.
And I like the priest.
Yes.
Too. I think he was O'Malley.
O'Malley.
Yeah, he was great. He's like,
he was really good.
You gotta take me too.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus was a Jew, like that kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, you tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him, except for when Pete dies and like he's when he dies.
Yeah. When he smushes his face.
Yeah. The priest is supposed to do the whole like closing the eyes, but he has trouble, so it's like.
It's all right. I'm a strawberry sandwich.
Damn hand keeps sliding up. I feel like the relationship with him and those nuns was kind of weird though. Like he was like the pimp and they were his like.
Well, it seems like a lot of movies are like that.
Pimpettes, but it felt. I don't know.
I kind of feel like 80s, 90s movies when they have like the father with like the sisters.
Yeah.
Like he's always like I'm the one in charge, and like these are the nuns. Like they are like my sidekicks basically.
Right.
That's how I kind of like take it. It's like Sister Act.
Yes,
just like Sister.
Yeah.
Take me away from my God.
And then it's like my God, that one lady.
I am the one old lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this really shy girl. She can really sing.
Yeah, she belts. Oh, next, so we're getting into Sister Act.
Next week.
Yeah.
Back in the groove or back in the habit or whatever it is.
A lot of bit of trivia. So like I said, it was based on the real life hijacking of TWA Flight 847 from 1985. However, the movie was originally to be produced with the cooperation of Delta Force's real life founder, Colonel Charles Beckwith. And the producers wanted to tell the story of Operation Eagle Claw, which I guess was a mission to rescue American hostages from Iran in 1979.
Ooh.
But in real life, that mission failed. Did not go well.
Yeah.
But the producers basically wanted to rewrite it with a happy ending. So once Colonel Beckwith found that out, he's like, "No, I'm not being a part of this."
Oh yeah, of course. Man.
When all of the Delta Force are on the landing craft and they all had the exact same pair of sunglasses. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yes.
I guess those are gargoyle sunglasses, and I guess those were the official eye armor in the late 1980s.
Huh. I just think of the cartoon.
I hated that cartoon.
You did?
Hated that cartoon.
I loved it.
Mr. Duvall is on the phone.
I'll return the call later.
Is it wise to keep the Illuminati waiting?
No. Now, who needs a piggyback ride?
It was like, because it was actually good. It was more like, it wasn't like your kiddie style cartoon. Like it was like more raw. It was like, gargoyle will get you. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's on Disney Plus.
I'm good.
This was Lee Marvin's final film before his death.
Real nice, Lee.
I don't think he. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Come on, bro. Where you gonna go with that?
No, you're right.
Video game Operation Thunderbolt, which was actually the sequel to was it Operation Wolf or something? Basically, it was an arcade Super Nintendo game.
Yeah.
That video game was inspired by this movie. So I guess some of the characters in that game are actually modeled after the actors in this.
That's neat.
So Alan Silvestri's film score was done entirely without an orchestra. Golan proudly proclaimed the score was intended to showcase what a synthesizer can do in the hands of a good composer. However, since then, Silvestri has said that it was because he was only given $15,000 to compose and record the score.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Nationwide. I think you're doing nationwide.
Stealing bastards.
And not sure if you guys noticed, because I know I did not. One of the U.S. Navy guys, I'm pretty sure it's the blonde one. That is real life NASCAR driver Eric Norris.
Dang!
Chuck Norris's real life son.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, wasn't this directed by Aaron Norris or no?
Aaron Neville?
Look at this soul, still searching for salvation.
That's all I have for trivia.
Yeah.
Now that we've talked about it, Bran, do you still recommend Delta Force?
I still do.
Nice. Brian,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you still recommend Delta Force?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I too also recommend Delta Force.
By the way, there were 6 wheelies in this.
Yes, lots of wheelies.
That's awesome. Oh, sorry. Before we leave, the part where Chuck Norris is getting to the airport, they made sure to put that ramp for him
Yes.
to jump over the fence.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Now we all know that I said it. Okay, God, man, that was
All good?
yes.
Good
Journey. Oh, I did. Sister actors. Oh, yeah.
Back in the habit.
Hey, Brian here. Thanks for checking out Nick Uncaged and Loose Cannon. Best way you can help other people find out about us is like, comment, share, and subscribe to the podcast.